Welcome to the Lightworker podcast.
It looks like integration to
good.
me, and it looks like what I'm going to be focusing on with all my temple experiences now is all the stepping stones from it. It's 4 pillars. So love, all about self-love and loving, which we all can start with a foundation, and then it moves to the connection, and it's the connection with our bodies, like through the somatic works of actually sometimes losing the fact of the words and things like that. Can I take you on an experience with your leg?
Yeah.
Your arm, just parts of you, work with the face, work with, so many, just the exploration of this vessel of where she's going to take us in the path.
Yeah.
So that deep connection. And what comes with that is integrity, Nat, like the integral that we are to ourselves. Because so many women wish upon or say that or do that, it's not the doing that's happening. And we can do, and we talked about it before, it's consistency. So for me, the work is in the world. When you take yourself back out into the world, you can come to a retreat experience for 3 days. So I want to support women with an integration program. And the final one, is embodiment.
Yeah.
So once you're true to your world and you embody it, then walking in this world should feel at a capacity that you can hold it.
Yeah.
Because things are going to come your way. Things are the way people navigate the world and what they want to share and say to you and communicate with you can be completely different to how you can articulate what's happening in these situations. So for me, I put on my big girl pants and I'm going to create a program where they work with me for 4 weeks or 4 months.
Amazing.
And that is purely based on these 4 pillars to support you to really walk in the world as your whole vessel, that you're not going to numb or push under the rug. Like, these women need support, and I don't want to overload people with full day courses and hours. I just want to tap in, show women again the simple tools and the reminder and the remembrance, because we all know
what is for our best and highest good. We just keep listening to the voice in our head that says, oh, I'll do it later. Oh, that'll be for later. And what if you could just pause, take a breath, center yourself, and then connect to the energy of the group?
Correct.
Right? Which is what you create in your temples,
Yeah.
is that you create a place where you can use that energy and the remembrance of that energy to recalibrate your body.
Correct.
So you would just use that as a tool when the shit hits the fan, and then you think to yourself, oh, I've gone out of control again, and then the negative Nancy's in your head telling you how crap you are because you haven't done self-care and blah blah blah. But the truth is that life happens.
Correct.
And beating ourselves up isn't helpful. But you can, in no matter what life is giving you, you can just pause, take a breath, come back to your own channel, connect in with the energy of that group.
Correct.
And then just in 30 seconds, boom, you're back.
Yeah.
And I don't know, if that sounds too simple, try it.
Yeah, I was going to say, try it.
Because but that is the power of the group energy. Correct. Especially when you're bringing people in together as a container to support each other. That container never leaves.
Correct.
Right? Even though you all go home, you can replug into that space that you created in that reality that you're no longer in, but you can go back there to get back into your channel and use it as a way to keep reminding yourself. So you've got to breastfeed the baby, right? And you've got your boob out for the 100th time in the day and life's hard. You sit there, you get back into your channel, you take a breath, and boom, you're back in the present moment. Nancy's gone away, and then you can just be back to enjoying
Absolutely.
doing that, because
You're there.
yeah. You know, the mantra I always used to use was, this will pass and I will miss it when it's gone.
Yeah.
Especially breastfeeding, right?
Yeah.
It's one of those things, it's a love-hate relationship that you have. Or if you're having trouble with teenagers, you know, and everyone wants to blame the teenager. Well, no, if you get back into your channel, use the energy of the temple.
That's right.
Right? Breathe, use the tools that
Correct.
you pick up when you were at the temple, and remember to listen. You might have a different experience with your teenager.
Yeah.
You know, because your energy governs your reality. I get excited that you do this stuff, Sim, and that more women are going to be able to have access to this, because it's important. You know, I teach the basics in a Reiki class because that's my calling. You teach the basics in a beautiful embodiment retreat-based temple experience for people, and we're all starting to learn how important energy is. And even us that have been in energy work for a long time, we're learning what's possible now with energy work, because we've kind of done our basic training. So now we're sort of starting to unwind and relearn and remember, depending on what language you want to use, what we've always had access to using.
Correct.
But haven't been able to because we didn't know it was possible. But we didn't have the curiosity to even sit in that space of being curious to see what was possible. But it seems that we are now, which I really enjoy.
And witnessing others, I think, as well. Like when you start doing what you do for yourself, and then you share this simple tool, and then that woman has an experience which can be which is always completely different to yours. And you're like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow. And I always love the women just say, it's so simple. Why is it so simple?
That's like that's pretty much the most common feedback. It can't be that easy, Nat. Why not?
You know, picking a rose up and actually having a relationship with this rose, and getting them to look at the rose. And actually my next event is about the rose again, because the women just like gloss over it, and then I ask them to disconnect.
Rose is such a high frequency.
Yeah, and then they disconnect from it, and they're like, I don't want to disconnect from this rose.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, like it just, and to watch women come back and continue to say yes for themselves, I just know that there's so much more there of simplicity that we don't know yet.
Yeah.
So we can't stop.
No.
You know, like people have said, oh, you know, why do you keep, you know, do them? Maybe you need to take your retreats, temples to Bali. And I said, no, my temple's here. My energetic field's here. So you can be swayed in your gift, your direction all the time. Yeah. And how are you bringing yourself back to center to go, actually, is this true to me? It's always been a question I've asked myself. And I'd say to the women, you know, they go, well, I see, how am I going to fix this? And I was like, well, let's unpack it. Yeah. I'm not here to fix anyone. Nobody's broken. No. Some days you might feel broken, but it's not officially broken. Like, it's like, well, let's unpack where's this coming from, the thought patterns. Let's get into the mind. Let's get into the body. And it's always, since I've done my somatic, there's a disconnection. There's a discord between these two parts and what's come from
other sources
to land us here, to create a story that we're going to perpetuate in our lives to make happen.
Yeah, I call them merry-go-rounds.
Yeah.
We go off on a merry-go-round instead of actually just breathing and being here in the present moment and just allowing yourself to tap into your own channel, to allow the information that, because you're so clever. Like all women, all men, everyone knows what is best for them. Yeah. The thing that we don't have is, or we don't create, is the time and space to just be here, to witness what is and allow it to rise from within us. And we don't have people who are willing to just sit there and shut up and let you talk.
Yeah.
So that you can actually just figure it out while you've got to just go blah.
Get all the jargon out.
Get it out. Listen to yourself while you're just talking, because mostly what happens when you do that is you'll find your own answer. When you hear yourself say something, you're like, oh, hang on. But there aren't really enough people, that I don't think, that are willing to just hear people out without having to bring a rebuttal up or change the story, or They won't
or actually
understand
say it how it is.
Yeah.
Like it's, oh, hang on, I better word that right. I'm talking to Nat. She won't understand that if I say it like that, or why is this like this?
Yeah.
And then I love to actually always say putting the arrow back on yourself as well is
I use the
actually,
torch.
yeah.
You know, turn the torch back on yourself.
Yeah, and
Use
then
the arrow. I love that.
yeah, and then I'm kind of like, you know, also a self-responsibility in that, which I find people can come to me and go blah about
Yes.
everybody else. Okay, so where's your part to play in this?
Yes.
And they're like, what? Just that powerful, just let's,
That's
you
right.
know, like, and it's, there is a responsibility. Again, a few times it's come up from retreat. Women go home, they're not well. Oh, I feel really run down. I'm doing this. And I just ask, so what have you been doing for yourself? Where have you found that present moments? Have you looked after your energy as well? You know, a self-responsibility. If you want to go into a shopping center with the rest of the world, have you made sure that you are grounded in your own energy before you enter there?
Exactly.
Oh, no, Sim, I forgot to do that. I said, well, best you pop out of the shopping centre and let's go in again.
Yeah.
Like, if only the world was so self-responsible for their own energies now. Could you imagine what the world would be like?
Well, that's where we're headed.
Yeah.
Right. But we're just in that, we're in the dirt where the lotus flower grows at the moment.
Yeah.
But we're at a point where we can see the dirt.
Correct.
Right? If you're not seeing the dirt, trust me, you have it.
Yes.
Everyone has it, right? And
you
it's
can't unsee what you can't see. You can't see it.
Once you know, you can't unknow.
Yeah.
But yeah, once we can see our own dirt, we can do something about it.
Yeah.
It's when we weren't aware. Like,
correct.
And you know, for me, that wasn't that long ago.
Mm.
You know, I don't know about you, but like I couldn't see my own dirt.
Yeah.
I couldn't, you know, I was still in that space of everyone else is at fault here and it's all someone else's, this is, you know, poor me, victim, blah, whatever. Because I didn't know that there was another way.
Correct.
And what now, and because I found a way that worked for me, then I, you know, am guided to share that just in the same way you are. You found a way that worked for you, so you get guided to share that.
Yeah.
And anyone else that comes along ends up getting bitten by that bug.
Yes.
You know, we find something that works for us and then just really want to share it with the world. I call that the born again vegan phase. And that we all kind of go into, where we start being ear bashers and we found the way that works and you need to do it too.
Yeah.
And then we realize that that doesn't work either, because everyone glazes over, and because what really needs to happen is everyone has to find their own way. But the point is, we're finding the way, we're seeing our own dirt, and we're actually finding the way that is working for us. And we're even getting to a place where we're accepting that your way's different to mine.
Correct. Yeah.
You know, and we can still get along.
Absolutely.
You know, and I want to live in that world where you can do and have whatever belief system that you need to have, and we can still get along, so that we can.
And that's where the capacity is, isn't it? And being able to meet people at where they are at too, without having to say see you later, or oh my god, they totally don't get me. Well, you know, I'm sure a lot of us can talk about parents, and you know, my parents think that I'm in a woo-woo land, or what has happened to my daughter. Like,
but the truth is, and this is just from years of taking people into regression, is everyone has a mother and a father wound.
Yes.
Everyone has an inner child wound. Everyone has a persecution wound, right? They all have them.
Yes.
To varying degrees. And your parent could have been the perfect parent, and you'll still find fault in it.
Yeah.
Because that's your job.
Yes.
Just like kids will still find fault, even if you were the perfect parent.
Correct.
Right? Your kids are designed to find fault, because that's how we as a species become better than the generation before.
Correct.
Because we've got to see our own dirt.
Correct.
So that we can fix our own dirt.
Yeah.
And then we can all start working harmoniously and start
plant some seeds and let it grow. Yeah.
Connecting and growing together. Yeah. So it's a pretty exciting space to be in, really.
Yeah.
It's
very honoring. I find it very, very honoring to walk the path with women.
Yeah.
Like, I feel I love men, and I love like taking myself on experiences with men and with women. I actually find it very vulnerable. Like, I'm extremely vulnerable in a male female, and my heart, I weep a lot actually when I go into those spaces. And when I come with women, I'm like, it's the remembrance piece where we can all intertwine us back together. So I think the women's work has been around for eternity.
Well, it has. It culturally, it was done.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it stopped because of whatever programming was happened to us humans in previous generations. And now we're starting to remember how important it is to gather with women, to gather in community with men, and for men to gather with men.
Yes.
And also in community. See, this is something that is, I think, one of the most important things that in my relationship with my husband, right, is that we've always known that.
Yes.
Is that we need to be doing things separately, men with men, women with women, and then also doing things as a collective community together.
Correct.
That it doesn't work in our relationship if it's all just community and us. It ends up going really bad. You know,
absolutely.
Women need women and men need men.
Yeah,
because men do different things when they're together.
Correct.
And women do different things when they're together. And it isn't something wrong if when the women and the men get together that the men don't really want to do what the women do, and that
that's right.
Do you know what I mean? And that the women don't really want to do what the men do together.
It's pretty normal.
It's actually the way I think it's meant to be. And then when you do come together, then you got something to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, then
and I think it's the women need to continue to say yes to themselves, not out of obligation to the male, but to yourself. You know, it's continuing saying yes to yourself, whether you are not the provider, or you are the mother at home, or, you know, you're in this next phase of journey of life. Like, it's important that you make self a necessity for both parties.
Yeah, absolutely. Even if it's something as simple as telling everybody, right? So all the kids and hubby, I'm in the shower.
Yeah.
I'd like to be alone in the shower. Do you think you could organise that for me?
Yeah.
And, you know, you might sit there and think, oh, well, that's just a given. No, it's not, because everybody wants you. Right?
Correct.
They all come and tell you. And then you get upset in your body. You sit there, and because you didn't verbalize, I would like to have 5 minutes of peace in the shower. The universe is giving you a situation where you actually needed to verbalize earlier to everyone that you're going to need 5 minutes to have a shower alone.
Yes.
Because otherwise the universe is going to show you that you didn't verbalize that. And how are they to know?
Yeah.
And they're not mind readers. So it's time that us women start actually saying, it's like, if we practice those small moments,
absolutely,
you get really good at sharing what you need when the shit hits the fan. Because women have been shut down forever. And we are now collectively rising and getting to a place where it is important to verbalize your wants and needs.
Absolutely.
Not push them down, and actually just let people know. It's as a courtesy, as opposed
absolutely,
before it becomes Mount Vesuvius and you blow up like a volcano.
Yes.
You practice just little things like that. That's one of the things I had to change.
Yeah.
And that was huge. Like, massive. Just,
and it's
that one thing. Everybody, I'm going to leave me alone. Just start there.
Yeah, just start there.
Just start there. What's your tip?
What's
something you've done that has helped you as a woman honor yourself?
It's definitely in the morning and going to bed, and when I wake in the morning.
Okay.
It's
about it.
Definitely about when I go to bed at night, that's when I kind of do my gratitude, but actually just breathe. And I like to feel and give myself my own cuddle that we got through today and make sure it's comfort. But I do love waking at my own pace.
Yes.
As in, yes, I'll have an alarm, but it's that 3 to 5 minutes. It could be 30, it could be 20, but every morning, minimum 3, I take the time to connect with myself.
Yeah. And have you told your family that?
They are very well aware of it. Yes, so they're aware of it, and now we're at a space and everything. Like my twins love cuddling every morning, and that's a process like for them that they need.
Yeah.
So it's actually about knowing what everybody needs. My husband loves being up early. He likes to have his cup of tea first. My daughter, like, so it's as a collective in our house. Like it's a way to actually know that the day is kickstarting the way we want to.
Yeah.
So
It's
yeah,
honoring needs.
yeah, and
beautiful.
and even those cuddles with the boys, like even this morning, you know, it was like, we haven't had our cuddles. So, yeah, I never make the bed. We go back into the bed and we do some breaths together.
Yeah.
So they'll ask and they might do a Reiki symbol as well. They love it. But it's about finding what the balance is for you. How do you start your day?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's always been, and I do love looking outside. We live near nature. So just being one with nature in the morning, like just even that silence before it all starts. And then once my feet hit the carpet in my room, she's all go, Nat.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So it's
especially when the kids were little.
It's in bed. It's in that bed. And it
Yeah.
doesn't have to be, it's just that moment for me. It's that.
How long would that moment be? Because this is something that the shoulds come up for people.
Yeah.
Because I talk to a lot of people and this is
Yeah.
one of the things that comes up. So, because and then Nancy comes in and guilts them into, oh, I should be having a bath for an hour. I should be doing this. I should be, right? How long is your
3 minutes?
3 minutes, yeah. Yeah. Mine's the same.
3 minutes.
Yeah. But that fills your cup, right?
Oh my gosh. Absolutely. I've got a vibrating machine at the moment that helps with lymphatics and stuff like that. And I can actually say my powerful, beautiful affirmation of who I get to be.
Yeah.
And it's under 3 minutes. And I'm like, oh my gosh, universe.
Yeah.
And I just feel centered and complete. You know, I go to the school pickup. There is moments for all these mums that make reasons for not. The reasons that you keep saying, it already adds up to 3 minutes.
Yeah. One of my cup fillers, right, and I don't know if other parents agree, then that's fine if you don't, but one of my cup fillers is I've always, like it's a core need of mine, I drive my kids to school.
Yes.
Right? That car time.
I love car time.
Right? Is the most connected I feel to the kids. And it's one of the most important times where if they've got something going on, they'll share that with me. And so it's never a chore. It's never been a chore. In actual fact, when they decided they wanted to catch the bus home when they were old enough, I had to deal with my own grief around that.
Yes.
Of letting go of that very valuable time, you know? So I found myself finding the stuff that would fill my cup
and they don't need much either. Like
no.
They're like complete.
Yeah. So it's like it's working out not what other people think is a cup filler.
Correct.
Not because you heard on Instagram that you've got to run a bubble bath and be in there for an hour or whatever, right? Or you've got to do gusso because Nat told you to, right? None
Make
of that.
your own gusso, girls.
Right? Do it your way. Like find out what your cup filler is, but it's being present, I think, that is the difference.
Correct.
Between
not in I should do this.
Yes.
I'm not a journaler. You won't ever see me with a pen to paper first thing in the morning. It's just never been my thing. But if I record something and you ask me to speak, lights up my world. And they're like, oh, and I was like, oh, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
exactly. You got to find your way.
And it's what's I find also with some women as well is that's the hardest partner. What does fill my cup?
Right.
They're like, I don't know.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, this is where
have
we start.
Have you given them when I'm happy I am list?
I've done that with you,
You've done that in your.
I do that. I've
like that.
I've even done something similar, like tolerations, when you can do like what are you tolerating? Because then sometimes in the underlining you can see what they're really wanting and stuff like that. So if you're in that phase, it gets to be pieces of the puzzle come together.
They do.
Because then you ask yourself, okay, when I'm eating this food, when do I feel most happy? Just in everything you start doing.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
It's deciding to change instead of listening to negative Nancy. It's deciding in those moments, what else is here? Because she's very loud.
Yeah.
And she never has my best interests at heart.
She's just trying to keep you safe and keep you small, sister.
She is. And so that's why I always use her as an example of I got to pay attention a little bit more here because she's really loud. So if she's really loud, that must mean there's something I'm meant to see.
Correct.
In the opposite direction that I'm not seeing. So instead of focusing in on her, I acknowledge her. And then I kind of get curious and look around. What else is here? What else? How else could I look at this? You know?
Yeah.
But I suppose it's just a strategy, really. Got any other strategies for the women who are dealing with the pressures of mumhood?
Massively love dancing. I massively love getting into my body. I massively just think, a favorite song and you make up your own lyrics is my idea. You don't sing the words because that's my car time. I've got a playlist and dancing in the body. Like this morning on my walk, I was like, I don't think I'll do the big walk. I think I'll just go into the middle of the park and dance like no one's watching.
Yeah.
And you do just taking your body there because a simple figure eight of the hips and figure eight of just up around the chest, it does wonders to the energetic fields in your body. Like even
opens the chi channel.
Yeah, like just being able to move.
Yeah.
At a capacity or dance and
move intuitively with your body, how it wants to move.
Free dancing, as I would call it. So that's another part of the temple I always love to add dance into it. Yeah, dance is my home. Like it really where I find my sensuality, which is not deemed, and that could just be as simple as moving a shoulder like this and just feeling the aliveness and wholeness in your body. Like I feel really alive when I dance, and it's not, I say to some people because I am partially deaf, it's not the word, like I never usually get the dialogue of the words, it's the beat or the sound behind the sound, which we all have. Like there's music that can be playing, but where is your music in the movement? And that's how I've allowed myself to be able to free dance. Like I'm pretty unco if I'm being told dance this way and do this way and rigid this way with choreographed movement. So I find movement so powerful.
Yeah, it is.
So powerful.
Such a good way to get you back here in the now moment with connection to the body and get you out of the mind.
Well, I always think of animals. I think, with the sense of the shaking, like, if they come into, the old analogy of, a lion, you're fronted with the lion and the zebra or whatever that analogy is. And they literally just go around behind a tree, shake it all off and
complete the cycle.
And then they're good.
And then they don't hold the trauma in their body.
And they're not, it's just fascinating us as a human race, how much we don't use a slight shaking or even taking the moment to be present in what has happened or is happening to us, or how we can actually co-regulate the body back to the nervous system. Like, how are we traveling in the world? Are we, are we frightened? Are we shuttered? Are we closed off? Like, and being aware, like I think the key to awareness with that straight away is, what does the body need? Do I need to go for a walk today? Do I actually just need to sit outside? Do I actually just need to get my armpits in the sun, which I love to do sometimes, and just holding the arms up? Like, what is it? It's not a 22-minute HIIT session that you might think you need. That could be Thursday. And it's so amazing. I've started Zumba recently and I am just I don't know how my body's doing all these moves now, but that woman at the front has got the best energy and smile on her face and just killing me. And I'm just like, this is amazing. And I look around at everyone else and they're just smiling, like
joy.
The intense joy that is there, and my whole body's just going with it. I've got no idea. She's like, you're a great dancer. I said, oh my gosh, I've got no idea, but my arms are going because you're telling me to do this and I'm flipping and and I'm just, you come out of there and I go home with, oh my God, that was the best 45 minutes ever.
Fills your cup.
Fills the cup. And if we don't remind ourselves to do this, we just end up in resentment of all the life that's happening to us, because there is so much beauty to see.
There is
if we just actually want to see it. And ask that question actually on my walk. You can even ask the question, what have I not seen today on this walk? Like even when if you do walking or whatever exercise, ask the question. It's the powerful questions I find. If you walk into your gym every day, I'm not a gymmy person, I prefer to be out in nature, but just ask the question, what am I going to see today? what's new for me today to see the nuance and the amount of flowers and different plants. And I do the same walk.
Yeah.
There is so much beauty that
There
lies
is.
within us that I think is another deeper layer of connection, which I find is, just coming home to yourself, singing to your own tune, making your own beat,
Yeah.
chanting your own words.
Yeah. And doing it
Seeing beings that you
unapologetically.
might not know, there's the other thing, like I have beautiful, wonderful conversations with my twins about seeing things. Like, let's honor if someone sees a dragon. I'm going to go there. Like, it's like I said, went out to the bin the other day, and I said, oh, sorry, excuse me. And I felt this dragon go past me. And then I was like, oh, I just said, excuse me.
To a dragon.
And
I'm
then
pretty
my
sure no one
twins
else
were
can
like,
see.
oh my God, what did it look like? And I was like, cool, I can have this conversation with my children.
Yeah.
And they can tell me about their dragons and they want to draw dragons. So don't steer away from, they're my greatest teachers with coming with that,
Oh, yeah.
They're able to speak into non-reality and reality and what is reality sort of thing with that. And like it's a conversation, like, so.
And the lines are blurring now.
Yeah, and the creativity that comes from it. And yes, we are hit with technology and we can go two ways with that, but there's also so much exploration that can be shared upon that, in the sense of what is there to see and unknown that we can go, and where could we go with this? And
exactly,
yesterday's conversation was about flying. I think we've had this conversation.
We've been told we can't, but what if we could?
Absolutely. Like,
what if we didn't have that belief? And what if there is something that right in front of our noses that we haven't worked out is a technology yet, because we've been trained to only look in one direction?
Correct.
We don't actually know until we're willing to see in a different direction what is actually possible. I'm not saying that it is or isn't.
No.
I like to sit in the I don't know, because I learn more, because I know my brain slices information otherwise.
Yeah.
So I like to kind of allow myself to be open to hearing and experiencing other people's perspectives to see what is possible.
And that's why we have a channel. That's what I say to the women. Find your gift, because what's unknown. And that's what I think when I have women come to my retreat space, Sim, what does it mean when the moon is doing this and I'm feeling this? I don't know, darling. What does it mean to you?
Exactly.
And oh my gosh, I saw a dragon. Okay, cool. What did it look like? Tell me about it. Well, tell me more. How did you feel in your body? What did that do? Because that's invoking the remembrance within them, because I am going to learn more from this woman in front of me than I will from any literature that may have been written by someone else's experience.
Exactly.
Let's tap into what is your experience in that moment. And then the other woman over the other side's like, and the light language and all the things like that can come from just simply those little soul whispers and nudge, and being able to share the experience has fascinated me, because I just learned so much and find the world so interesting through the lens of someone else, right?
So tell me, when's the next retreat?
My next temple.
Yeah, sorry.
Next. This is the first temple.
When is your temple? The first temple.
The first temple is on the Sunshine Coast in October. So October 17th to 19th.
Yes.
So it is a 3-day experience from early Friday morning to late Sunday afternoon, held at Monty's house, which is right beside Kundalula Waterfall.
Beautiful, yeah.
So we tap into nature. Catered by amazing caterers, going to be beautiful photographers. So the women just get looked after. Like, women get to have an experience where we just get to be ourselves and everything else is taken care of.
Amazing.
I can't wait.
Yeah. Do you have any room left?
Yes, I still have, I'm half sold out right now.
Okay.
So I still have half the amount of spots available. It is based on a twin share, only women, and I only have it up to 12 women.
Yeah, lovely. Beautiful.
But yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Yeah, thank you, Nat, for having me.
Thank you for sharing yourself. Yeah. Thank you for being here with us. Now, would you like to close down the
Yes.
So
I would love us to all now come back into our heart space, and you might just want to wriggle a little bit to come back in, putting your hand on your heart and on your womb again. And I just invite all the channels and guides in the energetic field to come back into our heart space, honoring and thanking you all for taking the time for you today to listen to you and our share between Nat and myself. I'm deeply, deeply honored and thank you. I now call upon our guides and angels to go back to each other's energetic fields and allowing the cord between this energetic circle to come to a close and allow you to sit in your own space and energy, taking the wisdom and messages that you have received upon you to siver and allow into your heart space and to come into your life when you need those words that were gifted to you today. Taking a nice deep breath in and then releasing slowly. And another nice deep breath in. Welcome yourself back into your home, into your center, into your being. And just coming into a close. Feeling that beautiful heart give you all the love that you need for today and moving forward. Again, I thank you for taking the time for you today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sim.
Thank you. Oh,
Thank you so much.
oh, thank you. That was so fun.
The content found within these podcasts are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Nothing on this website is intended to diagnose, treat, or cure any physical or medical conditions. If you have any physical or medical conditions, you should seek the advice of your medical professional immediately.